Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the hashtag TFR
Motivation Monday
Zoom. We are Dr. Dondee and Marcy
Hi,
Nettles.
guys.
We are your hosts tonight, and we are excited. We're actually pinch hitting for the host that was supposed to be with you guys tonight, new Elite Pro 9, Ri-Fi. Unfortunately, he's a little under the weather, so he has asked us to reschedule for next week. So stay tuned next week. Great information coming from Ri-Fi about the new Vision Summit. But this week, we're going to pivot a little bit and go on the fly and talk about the future of nutrigenomics and more specifically, biohacking and what it means to you.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, let's tell them about this YouTube channel.
Guys, this channel is full of gold. It has so much information in it. Please, please, please go and subscribe after the call tonight to Team Freedom Rings. That's where you'll find the recordings of all the calls we do. If we see training done by other leaders that we think you'd find valuable, we also make sure that that's available there. So just go and subscribe after we're done with the call tonight. Team Freedom Reigns on YouTube. Now this just in, ready, breaking news.
Just in today.
All right, guys, this is so exciting because whether or not you know about it or not, but you have the opportunity to have more than one business center. And if you have more than one business center, that means that you can get more than one paycheck, right? You can actually take advantage of multiple levels in the unilevel commissions bonus when you have additional business centers. Now, previously, you would get your BC2 given to your business center 2 given to you at Pro 5, BC3 at Pro 7, and BC4 at Pro 10. So as of today, you are now able to take advantage of these business centers earlier. So now, as soon as you hit Pro 4, this is a really good reason to get to work and get yourself to Pro 4. You will be gifted an additional business center. Like, think about it. If you had a franchise, like a McDonald's franchise, right? And you had one and you were building it, you were doing great, you'd be making the money off of that one franchise. What if you got another franchise and could make money off of that too, but you didn't have to pay for it? How cool would that be?
Very cool.
Yeah, super cool, right? And what if you strategized in how you put your business centers in place, you could take advantage of multiple levels of that leveraged income stream. How cool would that be? That would be
very
even
cool.
Better. That would be like, bam. And then how about, right?
Bam.
And how about when you hit that elite level, you can actually, as soon as you get these different business centers to the elite level rank, you can start taking advantage of multiple shares of that elite bonus pool or the profit sharing. So this is really exciting. I know that if you're new, you're probably like, what the heck, Ski? I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, guys, get with your Pro 5 or above leader and ask them to explain it more in depth and also to help you strategize how you can work hard to get to Pro 4 and then get your free BC2 in place so that you can start reaping the benefits. Okay, so this just in, super exciting news.
Yes. Flip the switch opportunity call every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Be there or be square. This is a great opportunity to hear what we have to offer here at LifeVantage. Every week it's done by an elite distributor or somebody crushing it in this business. So you're learning from somebody who's doing it every single day and speaks from a place of knowledge and experience.
And tomorrow is Angie Harper. So she's amazing. She'll be a great presenter for your prospects. All right. So guys, if you want to really grow up in this business, you have to show up so that you can grow yourself to rank up. Okay. So the next thing that you need to get registered for is LifeVantage Academy, which I hope that you all attended this past weekend. It was amazing. Such a great opportunity to be able to learn truly how to become a professional in this profession. The next one is September 18th. There are locations that you can actually go in person in Austin, Bethesda, Helena, Orlando, Phoenix, Salt Lake, and Sioux Falls, as well as being able to register for the virtual experience. So go and get pre-registered as soon as possible. Make that commitment to yourself. Now, Global Convention is coming up here in October. It is right around the corner, guys. So if you've been hesitating to get yourself registered, you've got to do that now. Make the decision, make the commitment, and then do the do that you need to do. And yes, I just said do. Because that's exactly what you have to do, right? Is the actual actions to be able to, first of all, you have to invest in yourself. to pre-register, right? And to attend the event. But if you're doing the due, you'll be able to make that money back, and it will be an investment that becomes tax deductible as well. So Global Convention is October 7th through the 9th. It's in Salt Lake City. There are still seats available for the in-person, and I highly recommend that you go to the in-person if you can at all. Guys, if you're on here with us live, it's like whether you're on Zoom or whether you're in the Facebook page, please put in the comment section one of your favorite memories from a global convention. And just let people know that you can't miss these events, because it's not the same if you're not there, right?
No, it's
so
not.
Get registered for the in-person. If you absolutely cannot travel, like if there's travel restrictions or whatever's going on, please make sure that you register for the virtual event as well. Global Convention is a must attend.
Yep. Emmy's registered. Great job, Emmy.
Woohoo! Oh, go back one. All right, guys. So the 1, 2, 3 for success in August. This is the stair step approach. You need to make sure that you're participating in that month in action that corporate has provided to us, and be starting all those new conversations and using the LV app for ITT. Now, remember, here in Team Freedom Reigns, we also have the promotion of starting the 100 or bust okay, it's conversations is the word I'm looking for. 100 or bust conversations before the end of August. You'll earn a raffle ticket for every 25 new conversations that you start. And we have added the opportunity to actually earn points by starting conversations with current customers and distributors about the Axio sample packs, or how they can up level their experience by getting the activated energy stack. Okay. Now, the second step is become a shooting star. The way that you do that is enroll 2 new accounts, whether it's a customer or a distributor, that equal at least 100 in personal volume or more, and you will be part of the Shooting Stars Club. And then the third level is taking advantage and jumping in the pool, that 5 for 500 bonus, 5 new accounts in the month, 500 in volume points or more, and you earn a piece of the pool. And I believe last month it was around $150+ for each share. Cool. So guys, you can get as many shares as you want in this. And even though right now, what day of the month is it right now? I don't know, 23rd. You still have 8 days in the month. Do you know that in 8 days, you could still hit the pool?
Yeah.
You could still do it. So let's go for it. Okay. That's the 1, 2, 3 for success in August.
Yes. And the Shooting Stars. You know what? Something happened this past month. 3 people received the Shooting Stars certificate from the month before, and they didn't even know that there was a Shooting Stars Club happening. How cool is that? Well, it's kind of cool, but we want to make sure that we're getting the information out there, because if you know there's something there and you're shooting for it, it's great. But if you get something in the mail and you didn't even expect it because you didn't know there was such a thing as Shooting Stars Club, that's kind of cool too. Now I know they're going to be shooting for it. But what is it? Like Marcy just said on the previous slide, it's 2 new enrollments into your business. Can be either a customer or a distributor or both, that totals 100 PV. You just became a Shooting Stars Club member. And if you see the number next to the names on your screen, that's how many months they've actually done it. So great to see all the 1s, and look at all the 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. Great job, everybody.
Yeah, congratulations. And congratulations to those of you that have already accomplished it for this month. So congratulations to Belen, Marjorie, Amy, Kim, Laura, Binky, Linda, Adonna, May, Cynthia, Martin, and Donovan.
Yeah.
And there may be more of you from earlier today that I just haven't gotten you on here yet. But again, this is only 2 new accounts. Every single one of you can accomplish that. And there's a ton of you that already have 1 new account. So let's make sure that we get you one more to get you in the Shooting Stars Club. And then remember, step 3 was the bonus pool. So congratulations to the people that accomplished the 5 for 500 pool in July. Now, guys, let's just go. We need to get in the pool. We need to cool off. I need to cool off. Let's get in the pool. All right. Congratulations, guys.
And we have what is now called the Vision Summit. The first one is in the books, and we keep getting messages back that it was 100% sign up for all the prospects that were there. How can you not? When you come as a prospect, you're in the most amazing building ever in the history of this company, hearing from the president and CEO, Steve Fife, hearing from the chief sales and marketing officer, Justin Rose, hearing from the marketing manager, Jesse Allen, hearing from all kinds from the vice president of field leadership,
I'm
Kristen
like, which
Cunningham,
one? Because we had them all there. It was awesome. We had them all.
All the field leaders were there, and all the all the managers were there. The account managers were there, and all the different districts were there. It was Amazing. And then they hear all about the opportunity, hear all about the products, and then they're seeing the building, they're in the building. And the cool thing about it, there happened to be an RSL game on Saturday night. All the prospects went to the RSL game and see the players on the field with LifeVantage across the jerseys. How could you not just be captivated by that? 100% enrollment. Now, why is that important? Because what if that was your prospect? The whole purpose is to get your prospects to this event and let everyone that's involved in it, Marcy and I included, do the heavy lifting for you. Let us share the magnitude of this awesome opportunity so that your prospects have nothing else other than to be blown away by the experience.
Yeah. So Vision Summit is the second weekend of each month that we do not have an Elite Academy or convention.
Yes.
It is Friday and Saturday. Friday is all about the Why LifeVantage, primarily focused on guests. Okay. Goes from 10 a.m., including all of the tours, and then all of the presentations by corporate until 6:30 that night. Saturday is the how. This is when you're going to have master and elite distributors teaching you the basics on how to launch your business. So whether you're brand new in the business, you just enrolled, or you're somebody that needs to relaunch, this is the perfect time for you to do it and the perfect place. Registration is free for the Vision Summit.
Yes.
It costs you nothing other than you are responsible for your travel, your accommodations, and your food. Okay, the rest of it is done for you. Now, if you are interested in this, of course, we have the call next week where Ri-Fi is going to be
talking all about it.
Deep into the why of this event and who it's for. But ask for the Eventbrite link to get registered as soon as possible, because this event will close out at the first 100. Because of the location and how much space we have. Okay. So if you want to go, you have got to get with us to get that Eventbrite link as soon as possible. All right. Let us know, because we'd love to be there with you.
Yes.
Now this is, sorry, did you have something you want to say?
Yeah, there was 51 in attendance last month. We're expecting it to max out every month, but we have contingency plans. There are other facilities in the area that can hold up to 300. We're hoping to max that out by the end of the year. And again, this, like Marcy said, it's going to be every month if there's not an Elite Academy or a convention, but it's there for you. And it's going to be moving forward every single month, the opportunity for your prospects to literally be wowed by what they have in front of them.
Yeah. And again, Ri-Fi is postponed to next week. So please say a prayer for him and his family, just to have some illness in the family. And let's pray for them so that they're completely healed in Jesus' mighty name.
Yes.
And let's move on to tonight's topic and our amazing guest. You know, you're getting really good at filling in. You filled in. He filled the shoes of Dr. Brian Dixon at corporate at the last Vision Summit and blew the ever-loving minds of everybody that was listening to him. Okay. So guys, tonight we are just blessed to have Dondee. Okay. First of all, is part of our team. We are super blessed to have him. Obviously, I'm blessed to have him as my husband and my business partner. But tonight he's going to be blessing us with the information about why, what, and how. Okay. And I'm just going to let him go into the depth of this. But Dondee, thank you so much for being the most amazing shoe filler, but most amazing. I mean, you're just the most amazing, period. But I love you.
That.
Will you take over this call? Because you're amazing.
Thank you so much.
So kiss me. Okay. Love
so
you guys too.
I'm actually really excited to share this with you guys, because this is one of the reasons why I got involved in LifeVantage. And before it was even as big as it is now, most of the things I'm going to share with you tonight, I didn't even know. Literally, the world didn't know about our products when I first saw them back in early 2009. But I want to talk, first of all, I want to make it relevant. So I'm not really going to talk much about our products. I'm going to talk about the world out there and why our products, if they knew about them, would be appealing to them. And I'm just going to kind of paint that story for you, if you will. If you look at, and I've got a kit here.
Do you want me to stop share on this?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I have a kit here. It's from 23andme.com. It's welcome to you. And what you do is you provide a sample, you send it in, they send you a full report about your DNA profile. Yes, it will tell you what your heritage is and where your ancestors came from, but it will also give you your genetic predispositions or some things that if you don't remedy them, they may become problematic, including terminal diseases like cancer, heart disease, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, diabetes, and things of that nature. Now, the good news is when you get a profile like that, if there's some shady stuff in your background, in other words, there's history in your background of people with terminal diseases, it doesn't mean that's going to be your outcome. It means you have the ability to intervene should you choose, because you literally control about 90 to 95% of your genetic profile by the lifestyle that you live. And so sometimes people get the report back and it's actually kind of alarming to them, but they haven't died yet, and which means they have time to turn things around. The older they are, the less time they have, and the more difficult it is to turn it around. So ideally, health as a whole, the more you focus on it, the younger you are, the better off you're going to be. But we are living in the age of DNA testing. 23andMe, Ancestry.com, AncestryDNA.com are the three most prominent DNA testing out there. So people want to know not just how they feel, they want to know how they are on the inside, the genetic potential. Okay, that's why LifeVantage has such an incredible opportunity with our products, because the future of where the world is going with products is along the lines of DNA, how it actually affects the human genome. And there's a couple parallels here. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the screen here. So I want to share with you a correlation. So in 2003 is when Protandim, it was just called Protandim back then. It wasn't called the Protandim, the NRF2 synergizer, because we literally didn't know about the NRF2 pathway when the product was released. We knew it lowered oxidative stress, but we really didn't understand why. Now, why is that? Well, they didn't truly, when I mean they, organized scientists, thousands of scientists from around the world, finished mapping the human DNA strain, or what's called the human genome, in 2003. They finished mapping it all. It's kind of like Christopher Columbus, when he was in his boat sailing the sea and charting and drawing maps and everything, he was literally navigating the world, finding out where these things were, discovering new things. Well, that's what scientists and researchers did with the human genome. They understood once they finally got the entire inventory of what it is, then they can further dive in research and discover what it does. Okay. Well, now fast forward 18 years to where we are. Scientists were really captivated by the potential of the human genome and intervening in the human genome. And I'm going to share something with you. So some things that happen in popular news. So in the newsstands, if you're walking through the library, or you're in the grocery store and you're looking at the news aisle, or you're looking at the magazine rack, or you're in an airport flying somewhere and you go into Hudson News and you're looking at all the new magazines, or Barnes and Noble, wherever it happens to be, there are magazines that focus on certain things, health and wellness things, like this magazine, National Geographic. This is the cover of National Geographic a couple years ago. It says the DNA revolution. Okay. So the DNA revolution, with new gene editing techniques, we can transform life. But should we? They're asking their own question.
Good question.
So the DNA revolution, National Geographic magazine. Also on newsstands a couple years ago, Discover magazine, The Science of Aging. And see the number on that cake, 100. Does DNA hold the secrets to longevity? Well, we know it did. This was about 15 years after they finished mapping it, but on the cover of Discover magazine. Now, first of all, let's just talk about magazines. When something is on the cover, that's what actually catches someone's eye and sells the magazine. Do you think a magazine would put something on the cover that wouldn't interest people? Or do you think they would choose to put something very specifically on the cover that not only are people interested in already, they're already interested, they may be just interested but unsure of what to do? That's why magazine covers put whatever it is on the magazine. Get you the attention, but there's already knowledge and awareness of what's out there. Here's something interesting. The Economist, a financial magazine, cover story, cheating death, the science that can extend your lifespan. Now, here's a question. Why would a financial magazine publish something called cheating death, the science behind, or the science that can extend your lifespan. Why would they put this on a financial journal? Maybe because the topic of interest can be profitable, right? There's money to be made. And that is not a network. None of those are network marketing magazines. Here's another one, another financial magazine, Bloomberg Business Week. Look at the cover story, the Forever Pill. Look at the number on that cake, 173. The sub little article down here says inside Novartis. Novartis is a pharmaceutical company. Inside Novartis's quest for the world's first anti-aging drug. Guess what? Novartis still has not come out with that drug. And this magazine is from 2015. So this magazine is 6 years old. There's still no Forever Pill. Okay. How do I know? Because you guys aren't hearing about Novartis every day. And if they had it, you would be. So that's just a couple little samples of some. Maybe you're not subscribing to Bloomberg Business Week or Discover or The Economist or National Geographic. This one is more popular. How about this one? Time magazine. This baby could live to be 142 years old. It says under that, dispatches from the frontiers of longevity. This is one of the most widely read magazines in the world. And the cover story is on human longevity. So let me ask you, why would those magazines be posting or putting something on the front of their magazine if nobody cared about it? It's obvious people care about it. But I want to share with you something that is a little less than in a little less than a month, it will be 8 years old. I'm going to read to you a press release from September 18th of 2013. It says, Google, you know who Google is? Google announces Calico, a new company focused on health and well-being. It says, Google today announced Calico, a new company that will focus on health and well-being, in particular, the challenge of aging and associated diseases. Now, Google announced it, but you want to know who was behind it other than Google? Well, Larry Page, Google's CEO, said this: illness and aging affect all our families, with some longer-term moonshot thinking around healthcare and biotechnology. I believe we can improve millions of lives. It's impossible to imagine anyone better than Art, one of the leading scientists, entrepreneurs, and CEOs of our generation, to take this venture forward. Okay, so Art, now who is Art? They're talking about Art Levinson. Who's Art Levinson? He is the chief executive officer of Genentech, probably the most well-financed biotech DNA profiling company in the world. So Genentech and Google are in on this. Well, guess who else is in on this? What other company? Tim Cook. Anyone ever heard of him? The CEO of Apple. So the CEO of Apple, the CEO of Genentech, and the CEO of Google all got together and started a company called Calico Labs. You can go look it up, calicolabs.com. And if you go into press releases, you can actually read this. So they came out with that company September 18th of 2013. So next month, it'll be 8 years. Guess how many products they've brought to market? Zero.
Goose egg.
Zero. They've spent billions of dollars. Think about it. Google, Apple, and Genentech put all of their resources together, all of their scientists together, all of their billions and billions and billions of dollars together. And in 8 years, they brought zero products to market. Now, let me share with you why. Because where are they looking? Let's just say, what approach? They're looking to make drugs, pharmaceutical drugs. They're looking at what is called pharmacogenomics. Now, what do pharmaceutical drugs have that we don't like? What is a certain aspect about pharmaceutical drugs that we don't like particularly?
I know.
What?
Can I say side effects?
Side effects, okay. Side effects are the reason why people no longer go to their medical doctor first. Since 1989, the number one choice of most people is an alternative remedy first. And if that doesn't work, then they'll go to their medical doctor. But medical doctors are no longer the first choice. And it's not because they're bad doctors. It's because there's side effects with the remedies they provide. Okay. Sometimes catastrophic remedy, or sometimes catastrophic side effects, including death. Listen to the next commercial on TV and listen to the fast, low volume talking and take an inventory of what they say. It's interesting because sometimes the side effect is the very thing the drug is supposed to be treating, interestingly enough. So no pharmaceuticals. Well, guess what is happening next month on September 18th, which will be the 8-year anniversary of Calico Labs. There's something going on in Orlando, Florida, the very same day. The 7th annual Biohacking Conference put out by Upgrade Labs. Dave Asprey. Dave Asprey, the author of this book, Superhuman. It says the bulletproof plan to age backwards and maybe even live forever. Guess what 3 pathways are mentioned repeatedly in this book? They start with N. I'll give you a hint. One of them is NRF2.
Hey.
Another one is
that.
NRF1.
I knew that
and
too.
Another one is NAD.
Oh my gosh.
And Dave Asprey, in his book, again, Superhuman, the bulletproof plan to age backward or maybe even live forever, mentions repeatedly 3 pathways. 3 pathways. But guess what he does not mention in that book? Not even once. Our products. He mentions the very pathway that are scientifically validated, patented, available for consumption and purchase right now. He doesn't even know about them. Now, I'll take on partial responsibility for that, because if he knew about it, it'd be in his book. And since it's not in his book, he doesn't know about it. So somebody, I hope, has the contact information. I'm going to go look it up right now as I'm talking about this. We're going to go find it and reach out to him. But here's my point. Think about Dr. Dixon's video. The 3 most prominent theories of aging are directly tied to NRF2 and reduction of oxidative stress, NRF1 and increasing of mitochondrial activity, and NAD, the increasing of sirtuins. So the 3 pathways, we know what they are. We talk about them. We just don't know, and I will say that again, we just don't know the potential impact, because maybe we haven't heard some of the information I've shared with you. Well, I'm going to share one more book, and then I'm going to share with you some scientific discoveries. This book is called Lifespan: Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. Dr. David Sinclair, MIT and Harvard grad, researcher. Guess what this entire book mentions numerous times? NAD. The whole book might as well be the NAD autobiography.
Right.
This guy, Dr. David Sinclair, is the world's authority, in my opinion, on NAD. Now, let me share with you I'm going to share with you 3 things. For those of you who know about Protandim NRF2, every one of you should. Depending upon how long you've been at LifeVantage, you've probably heard of Dr. Joe McCord. He's the guy in the ABC Primetime video. If you know of him, you may also know a very prestigious award that he won in 1997. It's called the Elliott Cresson Medal. Now, let me explain to you the magnitude of being awarded that medal. Dr. Joe McCord was issued the Elliott Cresson Medal by his peers for the discovery of the thing that, in their opinion, was most directly impactful in a positive way in the category of life sciences to the human species, such that there's only one award every year and only one person gets it. It's for the person who made the most impact or potential impact on the human species. And in 1997, it was issued to Dr. Joe McCord for his discovery of free radical biology, which 6 years later, after receiving the medal, the company that he was working with, then called Lifeline Therapeutics, which later became LifeVantage. And 6 years after he received that medal, Protandim came out and was released to the public, and people started buying it since 2003. It's been around for 18 years. Unbelievable why that discovery led to that product, and that discovery was so noteworthy, he received the Elliott Cresson Medal. Well, interestingly enough, 1997 was the last year that the Elliott Cresson Medal was awarded, because in 1998 and every year more moving forward, they changed the name of the award. It's now called the Benjamin Franklin Award. Well, guess what happened 20 years after 1997? In other words, in 2017, Dr. Douglas Wallace, who you may remember from the 9-minute version of the ABC primetime video, he was talking about mice living 50% longer. Dr. Douglas Wallace was issued the Benjamin Franklin Award in Life Sciences for the discovery and the study of mitochondrial DNA. We have a product, Protandim NRF1, that deals directly with mitochondrial DNA, empowering and influencing positively your mitochondria. So just think about this. The discovery that was the most noteworthy, beneficial wise to the human species was issued an award in 1997. Later, a product, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer, came out of it. In 2017, the same award, new recipient for something that we have a product on, Protandim NRF1 Synergizer, mitochondria. Well, here's something pretty spectacular. The year before Dr. Douglas Wallace won that medal, there was a Nobel Prize in Medicine that was issued to Dr. Yoshinori Osuma from Japan for his discovery and study of autophagy. If you've heard of NAD, you've heard of autophagy. Why? Because sirtuins directly impact autophagy. So if the Nobel Prize people thought that giving the award in medicine, the Nobel Prize in medicine, to a single recipient that year, if they thought that autophagy was so important that they issued the Nobel Prize in medicine, then we should be thinking it's pretty dang important too. So if you think about it, the #1 medal, the Elliott Cresson Medal, the Benjamin Franklin Award, and the Nobel Prize in medicine for 3 pathways, we just happen to have products to market in all 3 of those pathways. And we don't have the president or the CEO of Google. We don't have the CEO of Apple, and we don't have the CEO of Genentech. Why? Because we don't need them. And the products that we have had to market, we are the first in all 3 of those categories. Guess what? No side effects. They're not medications. They encourage your body to do the job. The actual influencing is not coming from the outside. It's coming from the inside. And here's something, I'm going to kind of end it with this. And I say when Calico Labs does in fact come out with a product, when Novartis does in fact finally come out with the forever pill and they release it, because 23andMe is so common, everybody's looking for the DNA way to up level it or to upgrade your DNA. Everybody's already looking for it. They're already looking for it. So when that product comes out, you know it's going to be a major seller, and they're going to make billions of dollars off of it because people have the awareness of those companies. They have the awareness of the drug approach. What they don't have is the awareness of LifeVantage. They don't have the awareness of our products. How do I know that? Because Dave Asprey didn't mention them in his book, and he mentioned all kinds of other things. That is the beautiful place we happen to be in, that when you have magazines and New York Times bestselling authors that don't know who we are yet, when one of those companies comes out with a drug and it hits the papers, every news channel's talking about it, every broadcast, every newspaper, every magazine, every billboard, they're going to be talking about it. Guess what? Google is going to be bombarded with people looking for natural alternatives to whatever they name that drug, because people don't want the side effects. And when they find, or when they type in, let's just say it's called, name it, what's the name? Let's just say it's called Super Pill.
Okay.
So people, sorry to put you on the spot like that. So if they called it Super Pill or the Forever Pill, people are going to be typing in Google, natural alternatives to the Forever Pill.
Feel better now.
And guess what they're going to find? LifeVantage, because we're first. We are the only company that has products out there in all three of those categories, and they're scientifically validated, and we will always be first. So when that day happens, the world's attention is going to be aware of pharmacogenomics, and within a very short period of time, they're going to be aware of a nutrigenomic alternative that has already been there for a long, long time and is available now. And they can go get it from you. That is the power of what happens when the world, here's the deal. The world is looking for what we have. They would not be putting cover stories of magazines and best-selling books that talk about all three pathways if people weren't looking. They just don't know where to go, and they don't know where to find it. Guess what? That's on us. That is our challenge. That is the comfort zone we must step out of, because that is a really bad comfort zone. When people of the world are literally dying because they don't know something we know,
yes,
we have the potential to literally change the world. That is where we are, guys. That's where 2021 is. That's where 2022 and all the way moving forward. We have the 7th annual Biohacking Convention next month on the 17th, 18th, and 19th in Orlando, Florida. And most people didn't even know there was a biohacking conference. And it's the 7th annual one. So here's the deal. We have a lot of work to do, but it's not hard work. It's just getting outside of our own comfort zone and sharing with people our story. Hey, if I shared something with you, if I could share something with you that may change that health situation you told me about, would you want to know more about it? Or, you told me you're getting sick all the time and you're tired of going to your doctor and getting these medications. If I could share something with you that would raise your body's natural defenses and make your body healthier so that you might be able to hold those things off a little longer, or maybe at all, would you want to know about it? Could I give you a sample? Those are the kinds of conversations that we can start as caring individuals that are literally going to change the world. And the information's already out there. It just doesn't have our name before it. Or it doesn't have our product after it. They know it's there, but they just don't know where to find us. That's where we come in.
Yes.
And the preponderance of evidence is already out there. People want what we have. Scientists are studying to try to come up with things that we already have, but pharmaceutical versions of it. And if people were given a choice, would you rather take this pill with its side effects or this herbal pill with the benefits? Which one would you take? Most people would choose the one with the least amount of side effects and the one that gives them their body the best chance at fighting for itself. They just don't know we have it. We're kind of at the biohacking version of Matrix. So we got a blue pill and a red pill. Which one do you want? The healthy one. That's where we come in, that little yellow pill. So the little yellow pill or the one that comes with side effects, which one do you want? Or the 2 capsules, which one do you want? Or the other 2 capsules, which one do you want? Sign on the dotted line, change your life, tell everybody.
And add the powder to that.
And add the powder. Yes, daily wellness. We have
Daily
unbelievable
wellness,
things, guys.
Axio.
And we are at the forefront of what people, that's why we are doing the level of research that we do, because we want to make sure that the people who understand the value of research and understand the power of research, that we have research that is right in line with what they accept. So we're not having to convince, or we're not having to try to sell something that somebody doesn't realize that they think they need. We have a great opportunity. The world is looking, science is looking, people are looking, and we've had it all along. It's up for them to it's up to us to let them know where they can get it. So thank you guys so much. Sorry, Fry wasn't here. He'll be here next week, but hopefully I gave you guys some valuable information that helps you understand really the times we're living in and the supreme position we have at the king of the hill in this nutrigenomic biohacking space with no competitors. It's that's kind of the sucky part, is we don't have any competitors, because if we did, there would be more eyes on this category. And as soon as we have them, we're always going to be first. So we are actually worse off with no competitors. We need competitors. We need competitors on the nutrigenomic side. We need competitors on the pharmacogenomic side, because we'll always be first and we'll always be best. And we have a research head start like nobody's business. So it's not about convincing. It's about making people aware. So thank you all for seeing what you saw to join this company when you did. Now let's go out there and bring literally the solutions that people are looking for. Yes. Hope you guys got some information tonight that was valuable for you. It was an honor to share it with you.
Okay, so didn't he just step in like perfectly? There was no apology needed. That was amazing. It was fire. You could actually like go like this, and I'm gonna like grab our mic and it's like lift it up and drop, right? Mic drop. So thank you so much for that information, because it truly was just the icing on the cake to the belief building series that we did. I hope that you guys got something out of that will just really encourage you to go out and be bolder with the information that we have to share. People need to know what we have. Never before have people been looking for something to help them remain healthy, right? We have something, guys. Don't keep your mouths quiet. Open up and share away. Now, I know you're going to want this to share with other people, right? So I'll be uploading it to that YouTube channel, I said. So if you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe like now. We should have so many more people subscribing on there. Make sure that all of your team know it's an available resource to everybody. All right, guys, have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, next Monday night, the plan is to have Fry here, just praying for his family to be well.
Thanks,
God bless,
everybody.
guys.
God bless.